Show it in the fire. Every violence and consider. Let it go. Yes, war in a east and a war in the west. A man a say a that and the best. But your father you know war. So throw down your arms and come and say, throw down your arms and come and say, show it. Show it in the deep sea. Every violence and consider. Let it go. Let it wash away. War in a east and a war in the west. A man a say a that a the best. Your father you know war. Love and unity a say na. Show down your arms and sinners. Show it down. Show it in the fire. Every violence and consider. Let it go. Yes, show down your arms and consider. Show it down. This is the last one. Every violence and consider. Let it go.
Lines are open.
The gate of Zion is open.
Yes, the lines are open. 0203-289-6504. We're still taking the tributes. We're still taking tributes for Elder Eric Tirana. Just tell us what's on your mind right now, you know?
Show it in the fire. And consider. Let it go. Show it in the sea. Show down your arms and consider. Show it down. You know why you're no more. Everybody violence and consider. Let it go. We know why you're no more. Boy. Show down your arms and consider. Show it.
A tense moment on Scotland's Gulf Coast.
That's the wrong one, isn't it? What happened to you? That's the wrong one. Don't let that come again, man. What do you? You have time here. Exposing them things there. Hold on. See it here. I was just thinking where that information is. Okay, right here in my pocket. Right here in my pocket. Let me put my eyes on. I should put my eyes on, innit?
Listen to me, darling.
Come.
Listen to me, darling. Hear what I say. Yeah. Your key to set you free. You can come to me anytime for comfort. Don't be shy. Just let me try. If you are really one and not another, baby, don't you fight. Oh, no, you get your little. Yeah. Baby, after tonight. Baby, after tonight. Baby, after tonight. Baby, after tonight. You're alive, but take the time. Won't you twist to me a little closer? I'll reach just what you need. And it's you, oh baby, you looking after. Oh baby, don't you mind? Oh, get your little self, don't you know where? Baby, after tonight. Baby, after tonight. Baby, after tonight. Baby, after tonight. I'm your key to set you free. You can come to me anytime for comfort. Don't be shy, just let me try. If you are really one and not another, baby, don't you find oh, you give your little self, you know. Ooh, baby, I'm ready now. Baby,
All right, let me just give you some of this news here, son. Let me just give you some of this news here. Play. Hold on. Okay, yes, it's coming up. It's coming up. The Peckham Theatre presents the Windrush Warriors. Right. Played by Nicola Goodgram. The Windrush Warriors. The Windrush Warriors is a dramatic comedy. The story exposes the Windrush scandal. However, the show is a life affirming. After living here all her life, an elderly black woman is having her immigration status investigated. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then start again. Right. Will she be deported? Her friends rally around and they form a flight back group. The Windrush Warriors raising was it? Okay, the Windrush Warriors raising arguments about the Windrush scandal. Watch out the paper tear out a bit, you know. While the lens of the theatre is the key aspect of the play. Europe Under Fire is the theme of this play. Europe's Under Fire. The play and the fact that the script is based on the true events makes for an interesting so it makes for an interesting socially conscious show. Right? So they have the Peckham Theatre, which is located right there. Hold on. I'm looking to see right there. No, but that's popping. Okay, then, but this is the only address what I got on here, right? Which is 221 Havel Street, London, SE5 7SB. That is 221 Havill Street, London, SE5 7SB. Okay, so if you want to get some tickets on that, or you can call 0207 708 2401. 0207 708 2401. Right, Galaxy family. We got the Windrush Warriors. Yeah, man. It'd be good. I haven't been to the theatre for quite a while, actually. I haven't been to a theatre for quite a while right now. Beautiful art form as well, you know. A beautiful art form of expression as well. I don't think that's appropriate to be playing at this time of morning.
Time to linger. No time to linger. Got to be your lover.
Sunshine,
That's what you require.
beautiful skin.
Love and happiness. Give me the answer for the question I ask. No time to linger. It will surely last. You've got a crush on me, I know. Going crazy for me. Obstacles standing in your way. Won't let you be. People watching every move you make, all the steps you take. Wait as I need you, babe, can't take a break. No time to linger.
We are now boarding on platform. Man the gap, man the gap, man the gap, man
Love
the gap.
and happiness. Give me the answer for the question I ask. No time to linger. It will surely last. I love you, you know. Can't afford to let this feeling go. I'll give you my all. Answer to your every call. We could be like chemistry, love to last for a lifetime. Have a little family, please be mine. Oh, baby, hey, please be mine. No time, no time to linger. No, yeah. You've got a crush on me, I know. Crazy for me. Obstacles standing in your way. Won't let you be. People watching every move you make, all the steps you take. Oh, I'm needing you. Can't give you a break. No time to linger. Got to be your lover. That's what you require. Love and happiness. Give me the answer for the question I ask. No time to linger. Oh, this love will last. No time. No. I love you. I can't wait another minute. I need you. Oh, hey. Oh, you.
A tense moment.
You see that thing there, keep clapping in another thing in my business, you know. I'm bust it one time, I tell you, I'm bother with you today, you know. Don't even try to upset my things right now. Don't even try it. All right. Yes, the lines are open. 0203-289-6504. You could also Skype in on official Galaxy FOE radio. Okay, so you could go onto the Skype and you come in on the free line. So if you're there at work who's listening in right now, you can come in on that. You can view us live on the Facebook, live on the YouTube as well. Okay, so you can see us, and you can put some messages in there as well. Okay, so let's put in there Black Magnificent Radio Show. Okay, so because they've I don't know why, but for some reason they just lock off all the Galaxy link them. I don't know why, but still. We'll sort it out. We get our way around it. And so we just have to just try and push on through and let it happen, innit? Make things happen. That's what we always do, anyhow. You know what I mean? There's more than one ways to climb a mountain, apparently. Apparently. Anyway, so I always used to love when you see young children, you know. You just point them in the direction and they go on. And then there be that one youth that will stand up there and just look at it. And then he will ask the question, why? Why? And then there'll be the one who just stand up there and just look. And he'll just say, when I follow them fool there, let me find my way. And then he'll try this and he will try that and try this and try that. And then next minute him just, all right, then maybe they were right. You know? But eventually it gets conquered because there's always one youth who will be at the top, whether he or she will always be at the top. And they say, this the way to do it. This is how you do it. Yeah? And everybody just say, all right, then let's go. And that's what we do. So we just find our way. We find our way and we get there. Okay? We get there. As you can hear, my voice is not 100%, hence not so much talky on this rising right here. Right? So that let's move on with some other messages of inspiration. Yeah? Bob. Hold on. Yes. Bob.
People see me acting strange, they might think it's a burning shame, but the people don't realize the pangs of hell that I feel. So let them say I'm mad, they don't know how it feels to be sad. I don't know who could be glad in a situation like this. My last just don't know how that, but that's quite the fact. Now she reached down to my side. No place to lay my head. Don't even own a bed. I can't remember when I went. They don't seem to realize what really keeps me alive. It's the power that's so great that no man can destroy. They'd like to understand just where I get my helping hand. So they criticize while I look and live. People see me acting strange, they might think it's a burden shame, but the people don't realize the fact of way I feel. So let them say I'm mad, they don't know how it feels to be sad. Don't know who could be glad in a situation like this. I let shirts drawn up my back, but that's not quite a fact. My shoe is down to my slide. No place to lay my head. I don't even want to think. I can't remember when I've eaten bread. It's true. Babu, 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 babu.
Yo, those nostalgic moments of life, man. Tell you. When we used to sit down and just listen to lyrics, you know. Just to hit you.
Uptown ranking in a Babylon. Women and people thinking that they're having fun. Existing on a system further stone from the sun. Down in the ghetto, no fracky to run. That they wanna clap it and a go on like you cute. See them, they wanna chuck it and a go on like we're talking about a living in a Babylon. We're talking about a living in a this yard. If you want to know where the problem really lies, then begin by ending wars. Start probing into the skies. To the nitty gritty, the answer is dirt. Man against man on the face of this your earth. I'm talking about a living in a Babylon. I'm talking about a living in a this your land. I'm talking about a living in a Babylon. I'm thinking of surviving in a this your land. Love at any price, like a sugar or rice. Refusal often offend. If it's cash, they'll be nice. I'm talking about a living in a Babylon. We're talking about a living in a this your land. Downtown in the ghetto, you grow. Big time, them turn big man. Wrong teaching, read some survival force, them all on. Living in a Babylon. I'm talking about surviving in a this yard. Victim category suspect. Something for nothing you can be shown to get 6 months to 2 years. Pure sweat. You might get parole. Come out, go on the hole. Cause no one will live for you once you've been in that the hole. Yes, you're living in a Babylon. We're talking about surviving in a this land. Politics is how they make it stick. Because you're thinking that you're voting. Well, speaking of survival in a this land, then I'm talking about a living in a Babylon. See, we habitating in a wicked land. See, the time that we meet, we'll make a plan to make every man a feel overstand. I'm talking about a living in a Babylon.
Yeah. Wow. Why, man? We used to be putting lyrics together, man. Yeah? We used to be picking up lyrics just like everybody else out there saw. Not true. Not true. Hmm? We were the creators, innovators of time.
You give me a loving.
I give you my love too.
Why you knock on my bedroom door for? Neighbor.
Grand Rising, brother.
Grand Rising, sir. Why you knocking on my window for, sir?
Well, I have to knock because I was giving way to many people to come in and give their thing with Brother Eric Kuti, but it seemed like many people can't get out of bed at this time of the morning.
Nah, you know what? There was a collifery of them yesterday. I was listening and listening, you know. And it was so nice and refreshing to hear so many of us expressing how the essence of our brother had touched them, you know.
Right.
You know, it was beautiful.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, as I said, the man was, his knowledge and things. It's like Professor Cecil, you know, like we have Professor Cecil now in the wake. You know, it's refreshing to have that sort of, you know, the knowledge of such people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately, but the thing is how does it affect many people? You know what I mean? As I said, I have great respect for the brother. I met him several times, and
yes.
communicated. And but it's a matter of, you know, when somebody, because this is the thing that I've always looked at is what does a person come away from with the knowledge they have received, and how do they act upon it?
That's it, man. That's it. And you know something. One of the things that I've learned over time. We try to grasp even our last moments, even though you know the time is gone, the person is gone. But we try to grasp that last moment. What was said? What did they say? What did they mean? You know, and you know to think and to hope that our last meeting or our last encounter would have been a peaceful one. You know, because you know there's been many account of where angry words were said and evil thoughts were, you know, And this is the thing. This is the thing now for me, right? And I want the Galaxy family to learn from these type of things. This is why we do our meditations and we do our preparations, right? You know, I call it meditation. Some people call it prayer, right?
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
some people do incantation or whichever way. But it's preparation. It's preparation for the day. Say again, brother.
Yeah, I said most certainly. I mean, you know,
Mm.
we have many ways of
Many ways.
coming out of our peace. You know, what I mean,
Mm.
getting into our inner self, getting into our inner mind, and things like that. And I remember, for instance, going when I first went to Tanzania, and I went to a beach called Bahari Beach, and this is over, you know, going nearly 30 years ago, over 30, and it was a hotel. You know, you went inside, and I saw this white lady sitting down there reading a book. And, you know, I said, she's in her heaven. You know, this is what they want to come to Africa for. You know, that tranquility. She's in her own self. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean,
Exactly.
whichever way you may look at it, but that some people don't realize that moment of just even reading a book in quietness and whatever.
Yes.
You thing, you know what I mean? See?
And you know, even as you're saying that, right? Because like I do the counseling and thing as well, you know. And part of that is taking somebody on their own personal journey, right? Taking them away from the chaotic existence that they're probably in, and they don't even realize that they're standing in the middle of the high road with the traffic of so many obstacles right around them, but they don't even realize because they're so conditioned that this is normal. And then when you guide them to the pathway on the side of say, no, you don't have to be in that lane. You can come into this side, and then to make your own path, make your own pace. You know, many people, there's many people who's never experienced that. They've conditioned themselves to be go, 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 get up, do this, that, do that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. To be able to just go into that moment of
That's right.
tranquility. You know what I mean? Of just within yourself. You know what I mean? I said it's the same thing. Like a friend of mine, you know, he's lost for Tanzania now because he started coming with me over 20 years ago. He went through a bad divorce and came down and, you know, and things like that. And now he goes forward. And last year we were there and he came down to my place down by the sea, and, you know, he was just there swimming out because it's just me and him out there, you know, he's there. And he said, man, it's so relaxing. Can I stay another week?
And of course,
everything he can just get into his mind without any interruption. You know what I mean? He just,
of course, you said, yes, you can come and stay for another week as long as it's not with me.
Because as I said, he's been coming down there with me for the last 20 years, and I said he's now moved to the territory, and he's got 3 houses in the last 4 years, you know, and he's also set up a boutique there as well, you know, but he's in Zanzibar, but I'm living in the south coast of Tanzania, so he came down because I said I'm by the sea, but where I am is very tranquil. There's nothing there, no cars, nobody bothering, nothing, you know. So he was just so happy because it's only just me and him swimming in the water. There's nobody else around, and he's got his clothes on, and he just, you know, next minute I see him gone 200 yards away from me, and he just he said, man, so can I stay another week? Because to be in that moment of yourself, away from everything, away from stress, away from, to take your mind away from certain things. That's as you say, that's your meditation, your peace, your prayer. You're getting into your inner self. You're thinking.
Right. That's right. That's right. I mean, some of us, right, even take the option of taking some kind of like herbs, and to get themselves into that state to enhance their body, or to fool their body into that relaxed mind, elusive state. Yeah. Not realizing that you can do that in an instant. You can do that in an instant. It just takes practice, right?
Yeah.
And what I would also encourage, right? What I would also encourage, and this is for young people, that we take 10 like 15 minutes before they even step out the home, just to have that meditation, right? To have those mantras of encouragement, And I don't mean like, oh, you must do well in school and all this. No. Let's say, enjoy the day, right? When you go, learn. When you're hearing, learn. Embrace what is being said. Yeah? And if there's anything that you want to talk, we can express this at the end of the day. Yeah? When you come home, we can talk about this. And these are skills that we are supposed to enhance in our time, because, as you know, many a great man, many a great woman, right, has had those contemplation times and contemplation moments of where they said, look, I've got to go and think about this before I give you an answer. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not everybody can go out there and drive at 150 miles an hour, right? Not everybody. Although we have the vehicles that can do it, but it's not everybody can do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember, because as I said, sometimes, people would ask me a question, and I would say, okay, I'm sitting, I'm thinking. In fact, I mean, a guy punched me one time for not reacting straight away to his question. Punched me in my face. Why don't you answer me? I mean, because he asked me a question, I must give him an instant answer. Because I don't give him an instant answer, he punched me in my face. Oh, I'm thinking, I have to be thinking, well, you understand me? Because sometimes you don't just rush out and jump to something. And it's one of the things that enhanced me on this thing was, or thought, is that I, in my teens, as I said, I started reading the Bible. And I came across a word which says, a man who have discernment is wise. And I never heard that word before. I never heard the word discernment. I didn't know what it meant. So I had to go and look in the dictionary to find out, what does this word mean? Because that thing that says wisdom is something that I'd like to have. How do you get it? He says that you have to have discernment to be wise. So when I went in and I checked out in the dictionary, it says a person who looks at everything from every angle before they make a decision. You see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You don't just. So I got into that mode of thinking before I always answer something or things like that. You follow what I'm saying, So the man asked me a question and I'm there thinking, and my punch me, why don't you I tell you, I wanted to kill that guy. I'm telling you, but the guys come down, boy, because I'm a cab driver at the time, and the guy said, boy, what's your license? I said, oh, boy, I think because punch up this guy now,
No,
my
you see,
license.
so therefore, it's not it wasn't a confrontation that he was willing to accept or to receive exactly what he gave. He wanted to put you in a position of, well, even if you do anything, you're the one who's gonna get into trouble more than me, even though he was the aggressor. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm just showing you how man can get into a thing, because me and him had no argument, nothing. I didn't open my mouth. I didn't say anything. And for that alone, you see how the ego of some people is. You understand? You see how the ego of some people is, right? And how man can easily get into a problem. You follow me? Because I mean, I really, I grab him and and it's just another cab driver passed by. Boy, what's your license? And I have to just pull myself back because I was just slapped at this man's face right there and then. I don't do anything. I didn't say nothing to you. I mean, you have no argument. And all of a sudden, you punch me in my face. So I'm just showing you, and I remember this thing about ego, and when I was doing business studies, I mean, then one of the speakers was explaining about the ego of a person. You have to be very mindful. You know what I mean? And like again, I'll put it, I'm going a little bit crossway, but I want to put it this way. One of the things my grandfather used to teach me: what is joke for boy is death for crapo.
Yeah.
If you know what a crapo is the frog. And young child, you want to play, and you take a stick and you poke the frog, and it jumps. You're getting fun out of that because hey, look at it jump and it do this, but he always used to tell me that what is joke for boy is death for crapo. So what he's showing you is to be mindful of this thing with interacting with other people or with other things, because you may take something for a joke, but then that other person might be pining. You understand? It might even go and commit suicide because you don't know what is going through that person's mind. You don't know what the pain that person is acquired.
Yeah.
You understand? You see? And this is one of the things that the guy said about the ego of a person, because the guy there, he's sitting down nicely, big guy, and he's sitting down there, and you come along and you slap him in his head. He don't do nothing to you. Don't do nothing at all. You kick him. He don't do nothing. But then he's there sitting down in his peace, and he's probably watching this fly going up the wall. You know what I mean? That is, he's concentrating on whatever he's concentrating on. Then because he doesn't react to you, you look at, why is he paying? And you see the fly, and you go and swat the fly. Get up and he battered you down. You see? And you think, well, why? Well, how can he do that? I mean, I just swat a fly. It's just a fly. Well, he battered me down for beating on the fly. I kicked him. He didn't do nothing. Because you don't know what touches a person's ego. You have to be very mindful at all times. You see what I'm saying, right? And this is what was teaching me to what you may think is joke for you may not. You may be putting unpleasantry on somebody else. And I give you one more instance before you come in. Is that at work, there's this guy. He always pulls jokes with everybody.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He don't pass you unless he pulls a joke with you or make some mock or something. You understand?
Mm.
You know. So this guy is a jokey guy. And one day, lo and behold, he was there picking his things, ears from his face and things like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I passed by and said, "Who is a pretty boy then?" So, next time you see me, I don't like what you said.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're making me look sing in front of these white guys.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what? Me and him could get into a fight there and then.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? He just because of that word I said.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we have to be very mindful.
Don't worry. You and I are exactly. We would just say what's on our mind. Yes, and then so it can land completely different onto somebody else. And I've been in that position many a time. Don't worry about that. I've been in that position many a time where people have misunderstood my intentions or words or whatever, you know. But sometimes if you don't look for the explanation of why, right, that is when the confusion come in it, you know, as well. So yeah.
Well, yeah, because the point is that you may react because you don't see any problem in what you have done.
Mm-hmm.
But then, as I said, for me, I take it. Well, boy, sorry, I did not know because I had no meaning to offend you, whatever it is. You understand me? Because you see, because I don't know what is in that person's mind. You see, and I may think that this is joke. You know, I'm just making it joke. But as I said, the person might be having some other issues and whatever. You know what I mean? You see. So it's very, very difficult. Anyway, I'll give you one more joke. I'll give you a joke. It's a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's with a cab driver. So one day I'm coming up Clerkenwell. So this guy stopped me. You know, they hail you. You know, the cabbie, the guy hailed you.
Yeah.
So I stopped. Anyway, he turned around or he was going to walk away. Or I just get something. And then he turned around and come back. He said, so he just got in the cab. So I started driving off. He wants to go further up into, up near the central tower there in Oxford Street. So anyway, as I'm driving along, up comes another cab alongside of us. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? What do you mean what I'm doing? The guy stopped me and he got into my cab.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's my job. He stopped me because he was going down on the other side of the road.
I see. So you
see, so he probably went down to turn around to come back up. But in the meantime, I'm coming up. The guy could jump in my cab.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of him just saying, well, okay, fine, he's got into another cab and I'll go.
Yeah.
He's following me. Where is he going, mate? They keep doing this to me. I'm going to kick him in his balls. I'm saying, brother, look, the guy's already in my cab. Just leave it and,
just get another fear, innit?
Yeah. I don't know. He said, they keep doing this to me. Where is he going? I'm going to kick him in his balls. I'm saying
what that driver needs to do is just look on his side of his road and stop look on the other side of the road. That's what he needs to do.
But I'm just showing you something eager, that guy. He said, they keep doing this to me. That means people probably stop him.
Yeah.
And then, as I said, the similar thing, they get into somebody else's cab or something.
Yeah.
So that day he was really furious. But I'm going to give you the punchline. You know? So anyway, I'm telling the guy in the back, just ignore him. I mean, you know, his thing. So we keep continue driving, and he keeps following and coming up alongside. And, oh, where is he going? What is he doing? Where is he? This and that, you know what I mean? He can't even look at me.
Mm.
So anyway, the guy probably got fed up and decided to pull the window down and tell him, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I when the guy, that means when I came up, he thought it was me.
Mm.
He thought that he was me, you see. So he got in my cab. So he said, because he's white, I'm black. So he said, does he look like me?
Does he look like me? Ah.
I tell you, he was having a bad day, my brother. I had to laugh.
Does he look like me, he says?
Does he look like me?
I know. Listen.
But I'm just showing you how I mean, instead of, because whatever it is that triggered him that day, you know, he could, if he did thing, because I tried to say, he could end up getting in problem. Because I mean, the man is within his right. He sees a cab and he jumps in the cab.
That's
well,
right.
you won't get somebody else. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. But no, he was so upset. They keep doing this to me. They keep hailing me, and I stop. They get into somebody else's cab. He was stupid.
It's crazy. It's crazy how some people are. Anyhow, right, let me just give out the number 0203-289-6504. Grand Risings, family, Grand Risings. Come into the conversation this rising. We're still taking the tributes for Elder Herikute as well. Right? Actually, as I'm saying that, my smile is returning as well as I mentioned his name. So you know. Greatness, right this so man. Greatness, right this so. Anyhow, let me just I'll return in a few moments, my brother. I'll return in a few moments.
Gone away. Many a man has gone astray, searching for the treasures of a love that's true. I'm hoping that my treasure can be you. And I believe the further you look, the less you see. I'm hoping you'd be the treasure for me. I've seen men carry their homes from town to town, trying to track lost treasure down. Some find the true love before their hopes are gone. Others lose all, and they have to go on. And I believe your love, the less you see. I'm hoping you be the treasure for me. Traveling on, wondering if they've done something wrong. Wondering if I'm becoming a rover. But if you see my mind searching it all over, Lord, show them the less you see. I'm hoping you'll be the treasure. Traveling on, wondering if they've done something wrong. wondering if I'm becoming a rover. But if you be my searching is all over, Lord. Your light, the less you see. I'm hoping to be the change. Oh, 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 I'm hoping to be the change. Oh.
Oh, there we go. Back again. Right. As we're doing, and I tell you what, it's beautiful how we're holding the theme of what we are learning, lessons, life lessons, and it's one of those things is that our preparation for our destination is so important, so important, Yes, brother Akram, you did it.
And, as I said, these are sort of some of the philosophies of Brother Eric Kuti, I mean, in man know thyself, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
Yes.
that was one of the great things about him explaining. And as I said, these sort of things you have to sit and listen to, because there's great wisdom in these sort of talk. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, of man knowing himself that the world that he's in out there, it is very, very diverse. And it's not everybody that is going to be on the same page as you. You know what I mean?
And
not everybody who is going to be on the same page as you.
And this is one of the things that I'm very glad, I'm very privileged and blessed that I'm here on Galaxy. I am not saying, and I've stated this many, many times, I'm not saying that I know everything. I am not saying that my way is the way, right? But I will share with those things that has enhanced and allowed me to have a balanced life for myself. I face exactly the same challenges that every man, every woman faces out there. You and I are exactly the same. I'm not saying that my life is more beautiful than yours, but I would say that I personally, the only thing I would say is that I personally am enjoying my journey now because I have a balanced view, a balanced purpose of how I balance my life and the choices that I make to engage with. Yeah? That includes opportunities. That includes people. Yeah? That includes my time as well. Yeah? So even with that, and I have shared that, that there are things that I'm engaged with right now, or what my life does entail, that some people would find it extremely challenging. But it's my perspective on those challenges that has been presented to me daily, hourly, and how I actually use those things as learning and as a exercise as well at times, And does it always turn out right? No, it doesn't always turn out right. But at least I feel that I am in control. I have more control over than what most people would have. Yeah?
Well, when you talk about that word control, and I remember my wife said, I don't drink because I want to be in control of myself.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
You know, I fear losing that control. I need to
You
be
see?
in control.
Yeah, and that's a major factor as well, right? For those who I won't say hold themselves back, but they see that balance and they say, you know what, rather than me test myself or put myself in a position of where I could go over the top, or now I could get out of control, or it could be detrimental to me, I prefer not to. You know, and even with that, there are times when you need to challenge yourself. You need to exercise. You need to put yourself in those uncomfortable positions so that you can grow as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I don't mean to get drunk.
No, I
I
understand
don't
what
mean,
you're saying. I
I
mean,
don't
the
mean to
fact
get
is,
drunk.
as you rightly say, you
Mm.
know, there are so many challenges in
Yeah.
life, and sometimes, you know, life has a way of throwing things up. And
Mm.
as I said, you have to be in control. You have to be, you know, as I said, have a certain wisdom, have a certain knowledge, and as the guy said, you know, because a guy at work, he's very intelligent guy, you know what I mean, very philosophical guy and everything like that, you know what I mean. Whenever you go to talk with him, he always comes in with, you know, it's like he's been reading a lot of philosophical things and so forth, you know what I mean. And,
It don't make one thing, you see, even when I do read my metaphysics material,
yeah.
it doesn't make me anything more intelligent than the next person, right? All it means is that I have a deeper introspective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In other words, I can look deeper into a subject rather than the next person. It doesn't mean that I am better at. Yeah.
Right.
It's like somebody who can cook and then somebody who can eat and enjoy.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that there's any difference between those two people there. Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, as you rightly say, you know, I mean, the thing is, as I said, he said, look, he came to me one day. He said, look, brother, I really admire you, you know, because so many people come at me with all kinds of things, and he doesn't know how I hold my calm, you know. I said, well, because what they're coming with is not something that I'm going to lose myself over, because it's no point. You understand? They don't know me. They speak, but they don't know me. They don't know the kind of person I am. They you know, so why am I going to get angry about it? And it's like somebody sent me something the other day, and you know, and it's about, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's about a donkey and a tiger having an argument, and the donkey said that the grass is blue or something like that, and the tiger said no, the donkey, the grass is green. So they had this argument. In the end, it goes away anyway. The donkey goes around trying to convince, you know, everybody, and he goes to the lion. He said, the lion said, yeah, if you say the grass is blue, it's blue. So so he sent him away. The donkey is happy. The grass is blue. The grass is blue. And now Mr. Tiger comes up, because he's come up the king now to get. How come you tell him this? You know, you accept that he's saying that, and you know that the grass is green, and I know that. He said, well, yeah, but you why are you, you know the grass is green,
Mhm.
and why are you arguing with the fool? You know what I mean? You know, you understand
Yeah,
me? Putting
yeah.
it in that sort of light. You know what I mean? Why are you wasting your time? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
trying to convince the grass is blue.
Mhm.
He's already. So what is the point? So I'm punishing you for wasting your time
Yeah,
in, you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
And if I find it again, I'll send it to you. But
Mm.
but it's that sort of perspective,
Mm-hmm.
you see,
Mhm.
and you have to know when to strike that balance. You have to say,
Exactly.
well, wait a
Exactly.
minute,
It's not every.
you know,
It's not all knowledge. It's not all knowledge needs to be shared in every arena.
right,
Mhm.
right, right,
Yeah.
you know,
It's not all knowledge because the. Okay. It's for instance, a musician, right? He's a player of instruments and he's also a singer. He has a friend. He's a friend who loves the way how he plays music. Yeah. And he says, I heard that song you sang the other day. It was so beautiful. Yeah. And he said, thank you, thank you. Then he could cross the room and he could be there and the next brother. And he says, I love the way how you play that instrument there. I would like to create some music with you because I can hear that you have the ability to enhance some music that I want to put down. I said, yeah, no problem. Right. And then there's another person there and he's just looking at him and they say, I've got an idea for a tune. Can you help me? Yeah. Those are,
yeah.
it's all about the same thing. But the fact is that it's all different levels of conversation about the same thing.
Well, when you're saying that, it just jogged my mind again. Same doing the business studies again. One of the speakers came up. He said, "Look, there's a room of people there, and everybody more or less talking about the same thing, same subject, highlighting the same things and so forth. And there's a guy in the back there. He's falling asleep. You know what I mean? Because the way that these people bring something across, the same subject, same thing that's more or less same, but the way they bring it forward is bold in himself. Then you get one speaker comes up and he electrifies the whole thing. And you see the guy wake up. Oh, got it now. All the other guys are saying the same thing.
Exactly.
But because of the way this guy, as you say, he plays the music, the way that he brings the thing across, now that guy comes alive. So exactly what you're saying there is the situation of identifying certain things. And I said, we're not all the same. And we have to try to, and that's what makes a good leader. You see, that's what makes a good leader. He's able to and judge.
You see what you said there? There was a course that I was doing, right? It was with landmark education, and it was called self-expression and leadership. Yeah. And in the middle, in the crux of this course, there's an exercise, and when they say, right, this is what I want you to do. Everybody here has to do this, right? And he said, this is very important that you do. He says, you see the project that you've been working on for the last 3 months, right? We want you to hand it over to somebody else to do, right? Let me tell you something. It was like somebody dropped a bomb in the middle of the class, right? There's people go, what? No, I worked so hard on this and ooh, that, and Even myself said, "What the hell are you talking about?" You know how much hours I put into this thing here, right? And the person who was running the course just stood there at the begin at the top of the room there, and then he waited for a good 10-15 minutes for us to get the attention back to him. He didn't even say, all right, calm down or anything like that. He just waited. And he says, this happens all the time. He says, now you know what true leadership is.
Right.
Is
Right.
when you can disassociate yourself from the task, right? And allow the task to be the main purpose of what needs to be done. Yeah.
Right.
And for and like all of when everybody just sat there in shock of saying, "Oh my days, is that what it is all about?" But I'm going to tell you that moment there, I'm going to say 90% of everybody in that room there was a total life-changing moment. It was a total life-changing moment. Just like what you say, Mr. Spliff Roller, and then all of a sudden him come to attention. Yeah? And it is that those type of moments there are what we have to embrace and realize that we have those every day. We have those beautiful gems of life lessons every day. Every day we get those life lessons. And we're supposed to embrace them. You know? We're supposed to embrace them.
Well, most certainly. And as I said, I had a good 3 hours conversation with a young man the other night. And, I come to realize the sort of things that we grow up on, most of the young people today is not on the same wavelength. They're on a different wavelength altogether. And it gives me some concern for the future. Because, as I said, when our foreparents was willing to get up and go anyway, they leave their family, to come to these places here, come to the UK, to go to America. Yeah, you know what I mean? They have children. Yes, fortunately they were. But today, the youngsters today don't realize, hey man, I'm not doing well here. And they will sit down here and suffer the consequences. Although they have the skill to get up and go somewhere else to make it, but I can't be away from my family for more than a week. I can't, But how many times human beings have had to go away from their family?
They're living in that goldfish bowl experience.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm a bit fearful having a discussion with this young man of seeing where they are. As I said, there was such a difference with the generation before me and my generation coming up. Who thought, well, you know what? Let me go here and there's opportunities. First of all, I got a family to look after, yes, but I have to find a way. Remember, people used to go to America to go and cut cane and come back and and get because they make a living. People come here and send with. I mean, you have to understand the wages those days: £5 a week. £5 a week, that they leave Jamaica to come up here to work for, and have to send money back home for their children and or the people who is looking after the children. From £5 a week those days. And people today are earning £500 a week and all these other things, and they say, boy, it's not enough. You understand me?
We know. Listen, we're coming to the top of the hour now, right? So I'm gonna have to cut,
Yeah,
cut
okay then,
and
yeah, thank you.
run, cut and run.
Yeah. But as I said, my condolences to Brother Al Kuti's family and to, and as I said, may he have a safe journey, like, maybe this journey be easy for him, and because he has, you rightly said, he has touched many people, and that is one of the great things in life that,
I'm telling you,
can leave
it's
in
like
life.
the grain sands on the beach, my brother. So true. Anyhow, thank you very much for joining us this rising
Thanks,
here.
brother. Thank you. Yeah, we're communicate again. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, man. Bless it. Galaxy family, have a beautiful, beautiful rising, and we shall meet again in the near future. Yeah.
Lord, you see I ain't complaining, but just another lonely man. Here I stand looking through the rain. Yeah. Oh, and more long years before I breathe. Yeah. Will she be right there? Now all I can is good glad. Now I have done wrong. Die. Lord, you see I ain't complaining. Lord, I'm just another lonely man. Wonder if my baby's gonna love tonight. And more long years before I'm free. Yeah. Will you be waiting patiently for me? Now all I can is good be glad. Now I have done wrong, serving my time. Oh, you see I ain't complaining. But I'm just another lonely man.
That were happening with the free men, with the Europeans, which are a lot of times different principles that will stand for. Colorable government will compare us with a lot of these principles and will imply that we're separatists and all that kind of crap. Which is totally wrong. The fact of the matter is that they're criminals and we're standing for the law. What we need to be clear is that that's what the position is. The people must be very clear. Don't assume because they have the seats that they're the law and you're trying to ask them for recognition. Understand that you're the law and you're telling them what the position is. They know that the public is dumb and they're using color of law to usurp the law and stand on that. In other words, they're holding a colorable posture knowingly, but are confident that the masses of the public don't know and are using public policy. Do you understand? To operate on. And what we need to always be thinking about is that that's where they are. And they haven't even changed the game because they haven't recognized a need to. Do you understand what I'm saying? What happens is that people who become conscious, and this is what I told Emily Ford a few years ago, about 8 years ago, something like 8, 9 maybe, she came to the round table. And she came to the round table, she said, can I come to the round table? Is that all right? I said, round table's open. And she was telling me about the problems different problems they were having with different free men's group, and why they burnt stuff and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, look, our principles are the same, but the status is different. I said, now, and this is the problem that like Europeans have. When they took out of the Whiggamore Party, took on the white caste, do you understand? And then start calling themselves white people. They gave up their birthright. Do you understand? So what happens is, when the Tories discover that they no longer have allegiance to the Whigs party, do you understand? And then start trying to go back to the Republican form of government that the Moors and the Europeans set up, which would undermine the Inquisitionists, they will kill them and burn them and burn the evidence. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. I'm shocked that you understand.
Oh, I'm telling you why. Because when a European starts talking to issues of sovereignty, they must understand that the only way that Europeans have a right of authority in our land is through constitutional Republican form of government only to all the several states. Outside of that, they're only resident aliens. And since they agreed to be white people, which took them out of the constitutional fold of government, which made them enemies to the United States Republic, which has been veiled over. It ain't disappeared, it's been veiled over with this corporate conspiracy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, so unconscious to many of the European sons, they're trying to get back to the Republic and not tell the Asiatics the truth about themselves. No different than the problem that the U.S. is having with the Yiddish that are in Palestine, that are calling themselves Jews, who threaten them to tell us who the real deal. They got to give them anything they want. They can have spies in the government. They can mess with the White House's old lady, girlfriend, and they'll give them $1 billion tomorrow if they ask for it. Right. You understand? I'm serious.
I know you are. You're right.
And you know why? Because they know we're the Jews. Just giving you little keys. I'm giving you little keys.
Nothing